I'm back at the Ram Truck Workshop at the Rebuilding Exchange, and this time, I'm about to get a carpentry lesson from this seriously creative landscape designer, Kaisa Dille.
These are hanging planter boxes, and it was designed in a backyard.
Okay.
And there's a terrible view off to the side.
I have one of those at home, sure.
Yeah. And so, in order to fill that space, I created these hanging planter boxes. They work really well as a privacy screen or just a nice way to save space and beautify your outdoor patio or deck.
So you're going to actually teach me how to make one of these today?
Yeah.
Before you can beautify your outdoor space with a planter box like this, you're going to need some supplies. First, some untreated 2x4s and 1x6s, which you'll cut to the size you need, preferably with a chop saw. You'll also need some 2.5-inch and 3-inch screws, a circular sander, a drill, a tape measure, some outdoor spar urethane, and a paintbrush. And of course, those safety goggles. You're going to want rope and screw eyes to hang the box when it's done, scissors to cut that rope to size, and a mask is never a bad idea when working with sanding and staining wood.
Why don't you tell us the first step we need to do? I have a feeling it's going to involve me and a saw.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've already pre-cut some of the wood here. Sure. We're going to try to make one that's about 2 feet wide, maybe 3 feet tall.
Okay.
I guess we'll start by having you cut the other 2 pieces.
Uh-oh.
So we already have 2 24 inchers. We're going to need 2 36 inchers.
Since not every homeowner will have a chop saw at home, Kaisa says a plain old-fashioned handsaw will work just fine.
The very first one I ever made, I actually made with a handsaw on my grandmother's coffee table, no less.
You made it on your grandmother's coffee
yeah,
table?
Yeah, in my studio apartment at the time.
She didn't disown you? You didn't go through the coffee table or anything like that?
But I did shortly upgrade to a chop saw, which is quite handy if you have it.
After a quick lesson on the chop saw, Kaisa puts the cutting in my hands.
So you're trusting me here, right?
I'm trusting you. Just don't cut your fingers off.
Oh, thank you. How was that for my first time?
Excellent.
Good?
Well done. These components are what will make up the frame
of
the box. Let's set those aside and then bring these beautiful pieces of old growth wood back.
Oh, yes.
I'm on a roll, so I stick with it to finish off the 4 24-inch pieces we'll need to form the planter. Since we're working with some rougher reclaimed wood here, our next step is to sand down our pieces before we assemble them.
You want to do that side?
You think I can handle it?
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty. I feel like a sanding machine. So.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
I don't hear that too often, but thank you.
Next step
is
to put them together. Let's put the frame together first. This is where a drill comes in to play. If you're doing this at home by yourself, it might be a little bit easier if you do it on the ground.
We're going to put this box together with 3-inch exterior screws. These will stand up to the elements so that you can keep this planter box outside all year round. And all you have to worry about is changing your plantings seasonally.
So let's drill some holes.
So I start usually with 2.
Kaisa and I drill pilot holes and drive 4 screws into each side to create the box. And then do the same with the 4 1x6 boards to create the planter.
So now the box is all put together. The last thing to consider is how to hang it.
Sure.
So I use screw eyes at the top.
We must pre-drill once again before we can insert the screw eyes. Once we do, we can screw them in mostly by hand with a little help from a pair of scissors or a screwdriver if necessary. The final steps are applying a coat of weather-protecting spar urethane and tying on the rope. A couple hours worth of basic carpentry, about $30 in supplies, and we've created a unique way to block out the city to create my own private outdoor space.
I have a brush for you.
Okay.
And a brush for me.
We are going to continue finishing this thanks to Kaisa from Dille Designs. I think we got a really cool box. I can't wait to put it up. Until next time, from the Ram Truck Workshop here at the Rebuilding Exchange.